All right. Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. It's beautiful. It's Monday, and it's time to get ready for a brand new week. Thank you all for being here and being here, ready to rock and roll on time. Excited for today's really, really, really important topic. It goes along with a lot of the discussions I've had with a lot of you that are actually here today. So what's up, Andres? What's up, Siobhan? What's up, Philo? What's up, Ishmael? What's up, Jackie? What's up, Mr. William Martin? What's up, Muhammad? What's up? I can't tell if that's B or not. I don't think so. What's up, Philo? Let's go, Andres. Hey, listen, today is going to be an amazing day, I'm telling y'all. This week is going to be an amazing week for you. I'm just feeling it, and y'all are already engaging, so let's rock and roll. Excited. What's up, Sarah? Cool. So we're going to have some people jumping on. I have a feeling we're going to have a big group today only because this is just a really, really important topic. So what's up, Mr. Fletcher? Thanks for joining us, my friend. But look, today, guys, we're going to be talking about how to develop an unwavering self-confidence. That's the key word, how to develop. Actually, let me pull up I want to pull something up just so I can get some better screen shares for you guys. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. So how to develop an unwavering self-trust, right? Everybody, thank you all for being here. Everybody, thanks, Kyle. Never had one in my whole life, but it's new, right? So, hey, we're going to roll with it. So, everybody wants confidence. Listen to me closely on this. Everybody wants confidence, but aren't willing to do what it takes to get there, right? It's kind of this intangible thing. It's not like, hey, we're going to get to this exact sales number, or we're going to get to this exact weight, or we're going to make the NFL or the ML. Like, it's not an exact thing. It's a feeling. It's kind of intangible, right? And so it's hard to shoot for, but we're gonna really narrow it down for you and make it easy. But everybody wants it, but isn't willing to do what it takes to get there. They're just not willing to do what it takes to get there, right? And what I found is that confidence comes from self-trust. It comes from the ability to trust yourself, which comes from belief, right? So there's like a symptom of a symptom of a symptom. And so we have to build that in order so you could build confidence, right? So that you can build it. So today I'm going to share with you what it is self-trust, how it works, and 3 simple steps to build it. Because you will not, listen to me, you will not be confident unless you develop an unwavering self-trust in yourself, okay? So this comes along with self-care, and actually Phil and I had a great talk this week, and we talked quite a bit about that. So it all comes together. This is, especially for you, Phil, I'm glad you're here today, because this is all going to come together for you as we talk through this. So what is confidence? I asked this question only because I talk to a lot of people, and I say, well, what is confidence? And they have a good idea of what confidence is, but they don't know what real confidence, right? Because the confidence that they believe is the confidence we've heard from everybody else. Like being able to walk in a room and demand a presence and have an energy and stand with your shoulders back. But all these are results of all of these different changes that have been made or self-trust that's been created in the past. So confidence is the ability to make a decision to go after something that you want and know without a shadow of a doubt that you believe you'll figure it out. Confidence is, and I don't know exactly like what they put in the dictionary because that's not what this is about. What this is about is building real confidence, which is at any moment being able to make a decision to go after what you want and know deep down and believe and trust yourself deep down that you will figure it out. It does not mean that you will achieve every single thing you set out for. You will not achieve every single goal. You will not achieve everything. but having the trust in yourself to go after what you want and know on the journey that you will adapt and you will figure it out. This will allow you to not make excuses. This will allow you to not procrastinate. This will allow you to not put barriers in your way and say things like, I can't do this because I got to take care of this person or my kids, or I have this obstacle or this circumstance or this. They're all circumstances and symptoms of an underlying problem, which there's no confidence, right? So that's what confidence really is. And if you're here, and I know you're here for a reason. What's up, Brittany? What's up, Brittany? I see you just joined us. If you're here, that's what we have. That's what you want, right? You want to build an unbelievable trust, unwavering trust in yourself to adapt, right? Because most people, they go after something and then they put roadblocks. Oh, I'll give myself a certain amount of time, or I'll try, but I can't go all in because I have this circumstance and this challenge and this thing going on. And so you cut yourself off, and all of that, you're doing that is because you don't have confidence. That's the bottom line. So how do we build confidence? We do it through self-trust. We do it through self-trust. Confidence and trust. The key to confidence is trust. Listen to me closely. The key to confidence is trusting yourself, right? So that's what we need to figure out how to do. That's your big objective right now, is to figure out how to trust yourself more, okay? Because in order to have confidence, you must have trust, right? How could you believe in yourself if you don't trust yourself? Like, you hear this all the time, believe in yourself, believe. It's just not that easy. You don't just start believing yourself one day. Like, this is 3, 6, 12-month journey, right? Of practice and repetition and having somebody make sure you're doing it, right? How could you believe if you don't trust? So let's talk about building trust. What does that actually look like? Building self-trust is very similar to building trust with other people. I don't want you to overcomplicate this. Building self-trust is very, 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 very similar to building trust with other people. How do you build trust with other people? You provide value to you provide value. It doesn't matter who it's with, your students, your colleagues, your coworkers, your kids, your clients. It doesn't matter. You begin building trust by providing value. You honor your commitments. You honor your commitments. This isn't challenging. You honor your commitments. You say you're going to do something and you do it. That's how you build trust. You communicate effectively, clear. You set expectations, right? And you're vulnerable. You got to be vulnerable if you want people to trust you, you have to be vulnerable. You have to show who you truly are. You can't hide, because they won't trust you if you hide, right? How many people do you trust that are kind of hidden, that you don't really know them? Do you trust them? No, right? And you have to show them that you care. But this isn't about building trust with other people, although it's the same thing, right? This is about building trust with yourself. So I have some questions for you. I have some really, really important questions for you. Do you provide value to yourself? Do you honor your own commitments? And the only person that can confirm that is yourself. Can you look at yourself in the mirror right now? Siobhan and Fila and Ishmael and Kyle and Muhammad and William and Siobhan and Brittany and Andre. Can you look at yourself in the mirror right now and say, I honor my commitments to myself all the time? We want other people to trust us, but we don't even honor our own commitments. Do you communicate effectively with yourself? We're going to talk about that because you have two voices. We're going to talk about those. But do you communicate effectively? Are you vulnerable with yourself? Right now, I'm feeling anxiety. Let me feel this anxiety. Let me see why I'm feeling this. I'm feeling depressed. Let me see why I'm feeling this. I'm feeling excited. Let me see why I'm feeling this. And here's the big one. Here's the big one. Do you show yourself that you care? Or do you just beat your ass all the time? And I ask that because I am a massive victim of this. I'm getting better, but I used to beat the shit out of myself all the time. Not physically, but emotionally. Oh, you feel this way? I would just beat myself up. And maybe you beat yourself up. So you want other people to trust you, so you show them that you care, but do you show yourself that you care? You want to build self-trust? You have to show yourself that you care. Are you doing these with yourself? If not, I'm going to share with you how to do this, how to build self-trust today, okay? Building trust is very similar to other people. The same things you want other people to trust you about are the same things you have to do with yourself. But let's go on a little bit of a deeper level. Let's go a little bit of a deeper level on this, okay? So let me switch this. You know how we like to get deep on this. So how to build self-trust, right? Kyle, what's up, man? If you can't commit and trust yourself, how can you commit and build trust with others? 100%, man. 100%. But I can tell you right now, most people don't trust themselves. They do not trust themselves. So you have two options. All right, I'm going to give you two options right now. All right, listen to me closely. You have two options. Number one, you have to overcome an insane challenge. You have to overcome something so insane that you'll trust yourself for life. And I'm very lucky. What happened with me at Ole Miss and what I went through allowed me to create the trust where it's insane. Like, someone's like, hey, write a book. And I've never written a book, failed 5th grade because of dyslexia, ADHD, but said, hey, I'm just going to go do this. And over the course of 2 years, figured it out, #1 bestseller. Same thing, everything within business, right? Oh, you can't speak at corporations. Within 1 year, it was speaking on stage here in Vegas for the IBM National Sales Conference in front of thousands and thousands of people. So it's an unwavering trust that I want you to have. Okay, so option one, this is the hardest option. So you don't have to do this, but this is the hardest option. The hardest option is to go after and achieve something that's insane. That everybody would be like, how did you do it? You could write a book about it. You could be in a movie, like the Rudy movie. Like, that's option one, right? Really, really hard. Option two is to follow these 3 steps I'm going to give you right now. Okay, so option one is go achieve something insane, which all of you could. Or option two, to follow these few steps. Either way, though, it does not matter. It's okay. It's just what it is that you want, right? What it is that you want. So, step number one, very simply, you have to provide yourself value, right? So the question is, how do you do this? Like, a lot of people tell you what to do, but like, how do you do this? How do you provide yourself value? Okay? I want you to start by feeling your feelings. Okay? I'm going to give you an example. Right now, I have like 2 huge teams that I'm working with. Lots of stuff going on. Like, I have my own company and team and then 2 external teams. It's a lot, right? And yesterday, I realized that I was feeling like my chest was tight and I was feeling kind of anxious, I guess. Not I guess, I was. And so I literally came into my office because I have some family in town. My mom's in town. My niece is in town. And I was feeling this and I was like, I don't want to feel like this today. And so I sat down and I just said to myself, this is what I'm feeling. Why am I feeling this? It's okay that I'm feeling like this, but I want to know why. So I wrote down exactly how I was feeling. And then I went on a date last night and I talked about it. And to me, providing myself the value was giving myself time, was actually allowing myself to feel the way I felt, writing it down, and then talking to someone about it. Like, that's value. Like, for example, if your husband or your wife or your daughter or your son or a colleague or a coworker or someone you're leading needs somebody to talk, is struggling, and you give them your time. You sit in an office, you sit in a chair, and you say, hey, share with me what's going on. Talk to me. Let me give you my time. That is the most valuable thing that you can give. But I can guarantee right now, you're not giving yourself time. What's up, Brandon? Thank you for joining us, my friend. You're not giving yourself the time. How you're not giving yourself time. And so whether it's journaling, meditation, talking to somebody, you have to provide yourself value. You have to listen to yourself. Yesterday was hard. It's a challenging thing, right? But it's the ability to do it. And that's what I want you to have, right? So number one, providing yourself value can come in many forms. That's an example. But that's step number one, is you got to provide yourself value. Step number two is you need to friend your shit voice. You have two voices, okay? You have your hero voice. This is like, you're the hero, you're the star, you're amazing, right? This is probably your 10% voice. And then you have your shit voice, which is you're not worth it, you're a failure, you suck at everything, you're garbage, you're blah, 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 blah. All the things that you feel about yourself, your shit voice, right? Like, that's just the way it is. I need you to friend your shit voice. I need you to build a relationship with your shit voice. So how do you do this? By accepting it and agreeing it. I need you to accept and agree with your shit voice. Not agree, but accept it. Accept that you're saying that to yourself. Because when you accept it, you realize that you're doing that. It doesn't matter, right? For example, walking onto the field at Ole Miss with Michael Orr from The Blind Side and Eli Manning, and I'm walking out there short as heck, holding my helmet, looking like I shouldn't belong there, and saying all these things like, oh, you're not talented enough, you're not fast enough, you're not worthy enough, you're not smart enough, you're not, all these things, right? But do we accept it? Do we admit that that's what we're doing? Because when you accept it and then you admit it, that is a form of self-care. Because you're saying, hey, you know what? I don't like my shit voice, but I'm going to admit that I'm going to accept that that's what it's doing right now. If you don't accept it, you're going to ignore it. And if you don't ignore it, you're not going to do step number 3, which is really, really important. And that's refocusing to the next play. The science. Let's talk about the science behind this, because this is something we're going to be releasing, and it's really, really important to understand. Okay? Why are we refocusing our mind to the next play? What we're doing is we're taking our focus from the future and the past and bringing it to the present. We're taking the future and the past and bringing it to the present. So when we are fully present, there is no fear, right? We eliminate fear. Because your fearful mind kicks in saying, things like, while you're not paying attention to all those things you should be concerned about, the dangers are looming, right? And these need to be solved. All kinds of people are waiting for you to take care of them. Right? So you start, every time you start focusing on all your failures, you have to focus on the next play. Your mind begins. This is what's crazy. You focus on the past and you worry about the future. Worrying is a habit, right? You worry about the future. This is a protection mechanism for yourself. That's all it is. It's a protection mechanism. So you worry about the future and you regret the past. What the next play does is it brings you from worrying about the future and regretting the past to the present moment. There is no fear in the present moment. Should we have a vision for the future? Yes. And you should have somebody holding you accountable to that vision every single day. You should have someone holding you accountable to being present and focusing on your next play every single day, or you're missing out, because this takes 3, 6, 12 months to retrain your mind. This is not an overnight thing. Some of you are just realizing your own focus. Once you realize it, it's like a 6 to 12 month minimum to retrain your mind. But all this does is it takes you from worrying about the future and regretting the past and staying in the present moment. Because this is where you're most powerful. This is where you have no fear. This is where you can trust yourself. This is where you can trust yourself. And the last step is to just win more. When you're in the present moment, you're going to execute. You're going to execute. And you're going to win more. And your mind, subconsciously, will realize you can win at any time. And you'll build trust. Your mind will realize that I can adapt. Now, this isn't going to happen right away, 6, 12 months minimum, right? But it's the repetitive of this. It's the repeating of this cycle of feeling it and knowing it, right? And understanding it and accepting it, refocusing and executing so you win more. And as you win more, boom, 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 boom. Again, this is a process, right? It's still a process. The other option is to go do something insane and achieve it, right? Crazy, and overcome massive hurdles to do it and build self-trust. Or you could do it this way, and it takes time. It just takes lots of wins, and the wins become bigger wins and bigger wins and bigger wins and bigger wins, and your trust becomes unstoppable. It becomes unstoppable. So my challenge for you this week, is to write down 4 things. 4 things. Number 1. And just carry you can carry one of these small little notepads or something with you, right? Like yesterday, so I have a notebook. Actually, I don't have it on my desk right now. That's funny. It's actually by my bed. So I'm about to tell you should have it everywhere with you, and it's by my bed. But a small notepad, right? Just literally something that can fit in your pocket or your purse. And flip the page for every time you're going to write down all 4. All right? So here are the 4 things. Number 1, every time you aren't trusting yourself, write it down. Write down what you're not trusting yourself about. Like if you're feeling that, you have to write it down. Literally, just write it down. So focusing on the past or the future, right? Write it down immediately. Okay? Number 2, what is your shit voice saying about you? So you have it. What is your shit voice saying about you? Right now, I want to know. Is it that you're unworthy? Is that you're not big enough? Is it that you're not talented enough? Is it that you're not smart enough? Is it that you're not good enough? Is it that you're not pretty enough? What is you're not handsome enough? What is it? And I need you to write that down. Number 3, I want you to write down your next play. Your what, your how, your when. So you aren't trusting yourself, focusing on the past or the future. What's your shit voice saying? And I want to know what, how, and when you're going to do to stay in the present moment, right? Because right now, when your shit voice is saying all this, you're in the future worrying, you're in your past and regrets. So I want you to talk about what you're doing, what you're going to do right now. What's your next play right now to stay in the present moment? Okay? And then I want you to write down your win. So whatever that what, how, when was, it doesn't matter what it is, right? I'm going to go to the pool. I'm going to go to the gym. See, the fitness is really good. Fitness is really good because it's an easy outlet, right? So it's really easy to do. So what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to go right now and go. And you're going to be going, and all this stuff's in your mind, and you're going to have, it's a constant refocus. It's a constant refocus. That's what I'm saying. It's a 6 to 12 month journey. Okay? So, number 1, I should have, next time I'll jot it on here. But number 1, write down when you're not trusting yourself. Date, time, and what you're not trusting yourself. Focusing on the past or the future. Write down what you're saying about yourself. Number 2. Number 3, write down your next play, your what, how, when. And number 4, write down your wins. If you have a one-on-one coach right now, I want you to send that to them. Whoever it is, send that to them. Okay? They know it's coming. Send it to them. I want you thinking. I want you sending it. I want you really, really going through this. Okay. I'm not going to just challenge you and be like, hey, have a great week, guys. Like, I want you to do this. Okay. I want you to do this only if you want to have real, true confidence and self-trust. Okay. Like, don't do it if you don't want confidence. Okay. But if you want confidence, do it. Because this really, really works. And it works really, really well. Okay. There's science behind this. We're refocusing your mind from the future and the past to the current moment. Okay. So those are the four things. All right. Those are the 4 things. Look, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We're 3 minutes on time. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do this week? Okay, I challenged you. I want you to refocus your mind. I want you to build self-trust so that you can have true confidence. True confidence is not something you just wake up and have one day. Okay? True confidence is built over time by learning how to trust yourself, which creates belief in yourself. An unwavering trust that at any moment you can go after what you want at any moment and know deep down and believe that you'll be able to adapt and you'll be able to achieve whatever it is that you want. Not every goal, but you'll be able to adapt enough to get to an end result that's going to create the same desire for you, the same outcome. Right? So people are always like, oh, I want to achieve this thing. And they think it's not about the vehicle of how to get there. It doesn't matter. You're focusing on the wrong thing. It's not about the vehicle. It's not about the vehicle at all. The only thing that matters, literally, the only thing that matters is the end result, right? Is the end result, which is that confidence. So let's get you there. Have an amazing week. Take relentless action. Write down those challenges and send it to your coach. They're waiting for them. They're waiting for them. Send them to your coach. Have an amazing week. Comment, post in Relentless University. That's what it's all about. Post your stuff. Post it in. If you don't have a one-on-one coach, post it in Relentless University. I want to see it. I want to comment on it. Let's help each other. Let's work together. I'll see you all next Monday. Have an amazing week. We're all here for you. We're here to support you. I want you to get the end result. Have an amazing week. I'll see y'all next Monday morning.